All right, that's what I look like. Pretty handsome guy there. Not bad for 62, going on 63. I think when I had these visions, that was 88. So I'd be 98, 2008, 18, 28 years ago. So that would be 62, 32, 30 years old. Was I that young? Yeah, that'd be 30 years ago nearly. So that would make it 30 years old when I had these visions. Been waiting all these years. Okay, we're going to go down to, I think it's a sixth vision. A lot of these visions, they flow into one another. Vision 6. For the sixth time, the scene of the vision changed, and I found myself lifted up in the spirit on the west side of Hope. I was actually standing on the Agassiz Highway. I was standing on the south side of the Agassiz Highway on the gravel. From this vantage point, high above the earth, I could see many cars, trucks, trailers, etc., loaded down with all they could carry, heading for the northern part of the province. It looked as if 10,000 vehicles or 10,000 people had heeded this warning to flee the Vancouver area that they might escape the judgment of God. But I believe that this exodus started in the States. In the spirit, it felt as if 7 to 10 days had elapsed since the warning had been carried by the major news networks. At this point in the vision, I found myself back in my body, standing on the west side of Hope near the highway heading towards Vancouver. That's on the number 7 Agassiz Highway. And when I saw these vehicles, it was a 50-mile convoy of vehicles. I might have it, I might have pointed that out here. All right. For the second time during these visions, the angel of the Lord appeared on my right side. Still dressed in black, Gabriel commanded me to take my staff and to speak forth a major destructive earthquake in the Pacific. And as I did, and as my staff hit the ground, this awesome earthquake immediately took place. Although I did not see the earthquake, I did see the catastrophic tidal wave that stood up out of the water and began making its way toward the mainland, toward Vancouver. In the spirit, I knew it was to be a quarter-mile high tidal wave. This rose up on the west side of Vancouver Island. It washed over the mountains on Vancouver Island as if they were not even there. Within minutes, I watched as this gigantic wave of destruction hit Vancouver and the lower mainland. I saw the faces of 3 million men, women, and children perish with nowhere to run. There were no survivors within 40 miles of the coast. Burnaby, Port Moody, and the other surrounding districts of the lower mainland, along with the city of Vancouver, no longer existed. Even 90 miles inland, as I stood alongside the highway, water from the tidal wave forced its way up the Fraser and touched my feet. And when I saw this, I saw a convoy of vehicles. They left the eastern side of Surrey. Surrey is just, there's Vancouver, then there's Surrey. You have to cross a bridge to get to the east side of the Trans-Canada Highway, and that's where all these vehicles, they were already parked. They were already waiting for the signal to leave. And so when the beast rose up out of the water in in Nanaimo, they already began making their uh, procession towards Chilliwack. And Chilliwack, between Chilliwack and Surrey, it's about 80 kilometers or around 50 miles. And I can remember seeing each vehicle. I saw a bunch of furniture and belongings tied onto a lot of vehicles. I saw when the Lord took me on a zoom into the center of the vehicles, I saw a 5 mile transport of 18 wheelers. They were all carrying long loads, covered. All the loads were covered with tarps, and I knew in the spirit that they had a portable shelter system. That they needed absolutely nothing when they got to their end of their destination. They had everything, and this may have something to do with the cabins that I'm completing now. And I remember seeing the faces of the people, the 3 million people that died. I saw every face, a big, huge screen that filled up the sky. I saw every face, just like 3 million pixels on a screen. I saw every face. Could identify with each person, with the emotions, with the screams, with what they are feeling in their hearts. I saw all the Christians that believed in the rapture, that God is going to rapture them out of destruction. I saw every one. I saw their surprised faces. I saw many angry faces, people shaking their fist at God when they were dying. Like the force of the tidal wave, the air blast took them out before, killed them before the actual wave hit them. Like this wave was coming in at 600-700 miles an hour. I saw all the people die. I saw their pain. I felt their anguish. I saw their mouths open with no sound coming out because it was so horrific. People lost their voices. Many couldn't scream. There's nothing coming out. And I had to live with this for a whole year. And after a year, I says, Lord, you have to take this away. No, I can't handle it anymore. And so he took the impact of the visions away. And that's probably why I didn't write about it, because I didn't want to relive it. But I've relived it thousands of times. Something like this you can't shut out of your mind. It stays with you forever, right? It's burnt right into your memory. But it's coming, and I just pray, Father, I just pray that they would take people that hear this, that they would take heed and they would take action. And I'm here to talk and share with anybody. Any of you people along the West Coast, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, if you want to know how you can prepare to escape, to put a game plan going, to put an exodus together, just give me a call. I'm glad. I'd be more than glad to share the wisdom and the knowledge of the Lord with you. That God will give you a plan for saving souls. We're going to come back, or I'm going to wrap it up on this last part.